Hey, what's up, guys? Finally got my Perrin intake elbow. I already kind of popped open the box and looked at everything, but I'm going to go ahead and do the unboxing for you guys. Perrin front, another license plate frame, the instructions on how to install it, the actual intake elbow itself, 2 band clamps, and then a little plug. So let's see. So it should include the inlet hose, the band clamps, and the vacuum cup. Showing a picture of the sound generator. Remove the sound generator will change the sound of the intake system in the cabin. It's normal to hear less of the intake system. This is just things that it's saying on there. Depending on the intake system being installed, make sure there is ample clearance between the belt and the inlet hose. The Perrin inlet hose has wire reinforcement throughout the hose during installation. If the hose gets bent, simply bend hose back into shape using your hands. Alright, let's look at installation. So, let's see, it's not focusing again. Give me a second. Alright, so installation using above picture as guide. Remove OEM inlet hose and sound generator system from your car. Make sure and remove sound generator tube all the way up to the fitting that is on the chassis as shown in the below picture. Also make sure to leave plastic elbow fitting for crankcase hose connected to crankcase hose. Use supplied 5/8 vacuum cap install over plastic fitting mounted to shock tower. Note, this does not need a clamp as this just keeps air from entering the cabin. Install Perrin inlet hose to throttle body and intake system using supplied hose clamps. Leave clamps loose at this time. Remove pinch clamp from crankcase vent hose spigot on OEM inlet hose. Install the clamp to Perrin inlet hose. Install crankcase vent hose with plastic elbow into Perrin inlet hose. Secure connection with OEM pinch clamp. Take note of the clearance between the serpentine belt and inlet hose on right side of the hose. Adjust the hose so there is at least 0.500, I'm assuming inch of clearance, and tighten hose clamp to secure hose. After installation is complete, start engine. And if engine starts and runs normal, take car for a test drive. If car doesn't start or runs funny, check for vacuum leaks and restart. So let me go ahead and get this installed. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what we need to do. I already kind of loosened everything up to make everything easy. So you're going to want to loosen this band clamp right here. And then you're going to take this clamp right here and you're going to pinch it and move it out so you can move the crankcase out. You're going to loosen this clamp right here. And then the other thing you're going to do is I removed this hose right here, and here's the clamp that goes onto that hose. The other thing the instructions didn't necessarily say to do, but I'm doing it. There's a 10 millimeter bolt right here and another 10 millimeter bolt right here, and that will allow you to start to remove everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll let you guys watch me. I already loosened everything that needed to be loosened, so that's why I'm just pretty much just pulling everything off. It's kind of hard to pull this through, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen up this tube so I can remove it. There we go. Now I can actually pull this through this way. Everything's disconnected now. Next part now is going to be fitting this onto there. I'm going to make sure my band clamps are situated where I need them to be. Go ahead and slide this over the throttle body and then slide it into the intake tube. lined up now. Make sure this fits in. And we're gonna make sure I get, oh, I forgot to put this on, so pop that off real quick. Throw this one on. Slide this back into place. There it goes. Now it's all tight. Now it's just a matter of tightening up my clamps. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You want to make sure that there's clearance on everything, which there is. Now I got to tighten up this clamp. Alright, everything's on there tight. The last thing I need to do is take this little hose clamp right here, bring it over, tighten it up on there, and then the only other thing I got to do now is come over to this fitting down here. Make sure you guys can see that. And then I'm just going to take this plastic cap that came with it, a rubber cap that came with it, and slide it over. And this will block the air going into the cabin. Tighten this zip tie back up, and then it is good. So quick, simple installation, but it cleans up the engine bay, gets rid of all that sound tube. This still got plenty of clearance. There's clearance all around the belts. Everything's tight. Looks pretty good. Got the logo on there. Pretty simple installation. I'm happy with the product. Looks good. Does exactly what it's supposed to. Next part is going to be starting up the car, so I'll go ahead and do that. Check for leaks. So what I'm doing is just trying to feel, see if there's any leaks anywhere. I think I'm pretty tight around everything. Everything seems alright. The next thing that I got to do is just go for a quick test drive and make sure that there's no issues, no concerns, and see how everything runs. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hit like, hit subscribe.